Welcome, dear students, to one more session of chapter number 5, that is fundamental unit of life. In our previous session, we studied about plasma membrane, cell wall, nucleus, and cytoplasm. In today's session, we will be studying about some of the cell organelles like endoplasmic reticulum, which is also known as ER, Golgi apparatus, which is also known as Golgi complex, and lysosomes. So let us begin. Cell organelles are the different organelles which are present inside the cell. Cell use membrane bound little structures within themselves which are called as cell organelles. In simple language, you can consider it as organs, different small simple organs of the cell. I told you that cell itself has a machinery. It has so many components inside it, and there is a function of each and every component which is specific and different. And that is why we sometimes say that cell shows division of labor. That division of labor is possible only because of the presence of these cell organelles. This is one of the distinguishing feature of eukaryotic cells. Some of these organelles are visible only with an electron microscope. Some important cell organelles are like endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, lysosomes, mitochondria, and plastids. So let us begin with endoplasmic reticulum. In this slide, you can see the structure of endoplasmic reticulum. Here, if you will focus on this structure, you will come to know that there are two types of endoplasmic reticulum. The first one is rough endoplasmic reticulum and the other one is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So this rough endoplasmic reticulum, this one is having some dot like structures on its periphery. So these dots are nothing, just presence of ribosomes on it. So this presence of ribosomes make the surface of this endoplasmic reticulum rough. That is why its name is given as rough endoplasmic reticulum. And children, you know that the function of ribosome is protein synthesis. So wherever these ribosomes will be present, there the function performed will be protein synthesis. So it clearly tells us that the function of rough endoplasmic is also protein synthesis. Now moving on to the other part, that is the other type of endoplasmic reticulum, that is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Here you can see that there is no granular structures or something like this. Nothing is there. The surface is clearly smooth. That is why the name smooth endoplasmic reticulum is given to it. So in the slide, you can see different type of endoplasmic reticulums. So now let us focus on to the functions of endoplasmic reticulum. The prime function of endoplasmic reticulum is protein synthesis. As I told you that rough endoplasmic reticulum has ribosomes on it and it helps in process of protein synthesis. So rough endoplasmic reticulum is a site of protein synthesis. Protein synthesis is nothing, just formation of protein molecules. Making of proteins is known as protein synthesis. Similarly, lipid is also formed by smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So smooth endoplasmic reticulum performs the function of synthesis of lipids. Protein and lipids synthesized by endoplasmic reticulum are used for making cell membrane or plasma membrane. As I told you earlier that plasma membrane is made up of lipids and protein. So that lipid and protein comes from endoplasmic reticulum. And then next function of endoplasmic reticulum is transport. It helps in intercellular and intracellular transport of various substances. Intercellular transport means transport between two different types of cells. Intracellular transport means transport between two different organelles within a cell. Intracellular transport means the cell will be same, but the transport of various material can take place from nucleus to Golgi complex via endoplasmic reticulum. So transfer of some of the molecules, some of the substances within the cell takes place by this endoplasmic reticulum. So it also helps in transportation of various materials. Then next function is support. it gives internal support to the cytoplasm. The SER in liver cell takes part in detoxifying many poisons and drugs. This is very important to note here, children, that it helps in detoxification of many poisons and drugs inside the cell. Now, this is a common question. Sometimes we ask that differentiate between SER and RER, that is smooth endoplasmic reticulum and rough endoplasmic reticulum. So, smooth endoplasmic reticulum do not have ribosomes on their surface, whereas these ribosomes are present on the walls on the surface of RER, rough endoplasmic reticulum. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum performs the function of formation of lipids and steroid, and RER performs the function of protein synthesis. SER is mainly formed of vesicles and tubules. Vesicles are some globular structures which looks like a vesicles, and tubules are some tube-like structures which are mainly present in SER, whereas RER are made up of cisternae. Children, in your higher classes, you will study more about these different structures of ER, that is vesicles, tubules, and cisternae. You are going to study it in higher classes. Once again, summarize the functions of endoplasmic reticulum. Proteins and lipids are synthesized by SER, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, and rough endoplasmic reticulum. Out of this, rough endoplasmic reticulum specifically forms protein and SER forms lipids. And these proteins and lipids help in building the cell membrane, and this process is known as membrane biogenesis, means formation of plasma membrane. Formation of plasma membrane takes place with the help of protein and lipids which are generated by endoplasmic reticulum. Some other proteins and lipids function as enzymes and hormones. Endoplasmic reticulum serves as channel for transport of various materials. The ER or endoplasmic reticulum also functions as a cytoplasmic framework, providing a surface for biochemical activities of the cell. In the liver cells of vertebrates, SER plays a crucial role in detoxifying many poisons and drugs. Moving on to the next organelle, which is Golgi complex. It is also known as Golgi apparatus. It is known as complex because it is made up of so many small units. So if you will focus on to the structure of Golgi complex, you will see that there are different shape of its component. So let us focus more on to the structure. Here you can see that these are big membrane-like structure, and these structures are known as cisternae. And then there is a hollow part between the two layers of these structure, or these between the foldings of this structure, and this is known as lumen, which is a hollow gut-like part. And then it has, at the end, it has some circular invagination, circular structures. These circular structures are known as vesicles. And it has two faces. The face which is towards the nucleus is transface. Here it is transface, and this is cis face. So the two different sides of the Golgi complex have two different names, that is transface and cis face. In this slide, you can see a picture of a very renowned scientist, Camillo Golgi. The name Golgi complex is given after his name only. Camillo Golgi was born at Cortino near Brescia in year 1843. He was working on some of the nervous system related research, and then after that research only he started working on Golgi complex, and then he invented that Golgi complex, and for that he got Nobel Prize also in year 1906. The Golgi apparatus is also known as Golgi body or Golgi complex. It is the organelle which is found in most of the eukaryotic cell. It was identified in year 1898 by an Italian physician, Camillo Golgi, and was named after him. The primary function of the Golgi apparatus is to process and package macromolecules such as proteins and lipids after their synthesis. So synthesis part is first done by endoplasmic reticulum, Once after formation, the packaging of that material, protein and synthesis, is done by Golgi complex. It is particularly important in the processing of proteins for secretion. So here again you can see the pictures of Golgi apparatus. Now Golgi body's functions are very important. It modifies proteins and lipid. It processes the material to be removed from the cell, and it makes and secrete mucus. It helps in packaging of various products into vesicles for further transportation within the cell. So now focus on to the next organelle, which is lysosome. Here in this slide you can see the picture of lysosome. Lysosome is again a membrane bound structure, and it has certain enzymes in it and some transport proteins. So let us explore more about lysosomes. It is a sac-like structure in a cell which is surrounded by a membrane. It contains powerful digestive enzymes in it, and these enzymes are made by rough endoplasmic reticulum. And the function of these enzymes is to digest the worn out cell materials or organelles and bacteria and other things. So it helps in cleaning of the cell. When the cell gets damaged, lysosomes may burst, and the enzyme which was present inside the lysosome can digest their own cell. Hence, these lysosomes are called as suicidal bags of a cell. It is also known as waste disposal system of a cell. Again, one more slide to show you more about this lysosomes. These are little stomach of the cell. You can say it like that because it helps in digestion of macromolecules within the cell. It can also be considered as clean up crew of the cell. Means the organelle which plays the role of cleaning up of the cell. Why? Because it cleans up all the broken down organelles, all the worn out tissue, all the worn out part of the cell and damaged part of the cell, dead part of the cell. And the structure is in the form of vesicles, and these vesicles have enzymes in it. Characteristics of these lysosomes are the internal part of this lysosome is highly acidic interior environment. It contains hydrolytic enzymes in it, and it is surrounded by the membrane. Lysosomes are analog to the human stomach. The pH within a lysosome is very acidic, and the enzyme within this works most effectively in this environment. So it has very strong acids in it which help in digestion of various worn out material and its own cell also. The presence within a cell of what is in essence a bag of destructive enzymes suggests the number of possible functions within the cell. In mammals, phagocytic cells. These phagocytic cells are some special type of cell that you will study in other classes, and maybe in other chapters we will discuss it. Such as macrophages. We have macrophages in our body which phagocytose the different waste material, and neutrophils functions and as scavengers that ingest the debris of the cell. Debris means the dead, decaying part of the cell. And potentially dangerous microorganisms also. Sometimes by mistakes, by some infections, some microorganisms also enter into our cell. So that microorganisms are also cleaned up by these lysosomes. Ingested bacteria are generally inactivated by the low pH. Low pH means acidic environment which is present in the lysosome. And this acid helps in digesting that microorganism, the worn out material and the debris inside the cells by digesting it. The macromolecules that are degraded means broken down in the lysosome arrive by endocytosis, phagocytosis or autophagy or receptor mediated endocytosis. They are involved in intracellular and extracellular digestion since they have enzymes to digest the phagocytosed food material food particles present in the food vacuoles. These all are the functions of lysosome.